Look, I know we're in an up and down job market right now, but I'm going to say this. I've been coming across multiple channels and multiple TikTok clips of people just talking about they still have not found work. This is the scary part about life that I'm realizing. A lot of times when people kind of look at life and they look at their like where they're at right now, when it comes to work. One of the problems that I'm noticing right now is, and I'm not gonna say problems, I'm gonna say one of the things right now that a lot of people can't quite figure out, the next move. One of the reasons why is because the way the economy is rocking and rolling right now, that's what I said, rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling, talking about how they trying to make money and they making profitability off of using AI and all type of avenues of just cutting and slashing the workforce so they can bring in more profitability. It is cutthroat right now. So in their eyes, they're rocking and rolling. But in the normal person's life, they on pins and needles. They trying to figure out how can they land their next job. And the sad part about it is, what I notice is, people giving a lot of information, but one of the things that I realized that is not really realistic right now is that people telling you how you're going to land a new job and what to look for and what not to look for. Look, let's be real. The sad reality is that we are in an economy right now, whereas though they are doing things on purpose. It's obvious that it's on purpose. If you know you keep putting resumes out, you know that you keep doing certain things that's trying to get you at least a call back or someone even to reach out to you to say, hey, we got your resume. We looking over it. We want to bring you in because you think you're a good candidate. A lot of people not getting that today. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. But don't get it twisted. That does not mean you stop. But one of the problems is right now that a lot of people are facing right now is that unemployment is ridiculous right now. It's not only ridiculous, it's at a point where as though you're starting to feel it even in your workforce. You're starting to see people being laid off, like the cutbacks. I felt it. I'm a truck driver, so I felt it. I was told to stay home. And this was recent. Stay home one day and miss a day of pay. And then when I got back to work, they said to me, well, you have an option. You could use a vacation day. I took a no pay. One of the reasons why, because I make pretty good pay and my check is still pretty good working just 4 days. But let that, why I say that, that's not beneficial to others. Some people only work a 40-hour week. So if they get hit over the head with a day off and they can't take it with pay, it's just a no pay, it's detrimental. It can really hurt you. So when I look at that, I'm also noticing a lot of things that's happening right now. When we're seeing all the layoffs, we're not only seeing layoffs, but we're seeing people be relocated to areas. And if they can't take it, like for us, like when I'm talking about relocate, I'm talking about like in government jobs. I know this all so well because I have a relative that's in government. Well, they're no longer in government now. As of next month, which is September, their retirement kicks in. So they took the package and they are happy that they did that. But they also let me know that they actually did a thing where as though they was relocating people that was from certain areas. Say, for instance, you are in, let's just say you're in DC. All right, we're going to choose an area that is very high in government. And they say, look, we have openings. And these openings are in Kansas. Well, that's a problem. I'm going to tell you why. Certain pay in certain areas of the world, like if you in LA or New York, the pay is going to be different than it is if you in Ohio. That's the problem. You're going from DC pay to Kansas City pay, if you get my drift. And she said that's what happened to several of her co-workers that she was working with, part of her team. And the one thing that she said that really hurt is, even if you move there, you still already have a home where you at. You still have the overhead, which means when you go to this new location, you're going to take a pay cut. And along with the pay cut, You also got to be able to have an apartment or Airbnb wherever you able to stay, which means it is detrimental to your livelihood because your family is at risk. That's another problem. You still have to be able to do the things that you need to do with your kids and travel. A lot of things come into play that becomes a problem. So when you kind of think about that, you know, right then and there's a problem. There's a problem because you're starting to see a lot of people fall short on life and realize that they're not going to be able to get ahead out here if they're going through that. Just letting you know. So this is why I think that a lot of us have to also be appreciative to have a job. So basically, I'm not going to drag this video out any much longer, but what I do want to tell people, you have to keep your odds open. Like, you got to be open to a lot of different avenues right now in life. And right now, a lot of people can't figure it out. And I'm going to tell you this, it's nothing worse than not being able to know when your next check is coming. So I'm not going to be that person that sit up there and start putting out a video talking about a bunch of bullish and just saying that, look, this is how you should move and how you should do this. Nah. That's not how life works. It works in a way of where if it's lined up right, you will end up landing right. But everybody right now is not going to be able to land on their feet. And I think it's by design. If you look at how they're taking homes right now, just offer interest rates and how taxes are being restructured in certain zoning systems. People done had new homes built and all of a sudden they got hit with a tax bill all because their house got reassessed off of a new zoning system after the house done been up for about a year. We are in dying times where people are just feeling like they're just dying inside. And it's sad. You can't really give advice on it. So I'd be lying if I could just say, give good advice on that. I don't think anybody can give good advice, not even a realtor. One of the reasons why the real estate firms are struggling right now. So what kind of information can they give you? If you looking right now, if you own a property or investment, or you upside down on your home, I'm pretty sure you don't receive several phone calls from investors. Those are not real estate agents. Those are investors. Why do you think they're calling? They play on the downfall of people. Not to say that that's not a good or bad thing. That's how they make their money. But it goes to show you, we are definitely in an environment now where as though the livelihood of people right now, it's bad. It's bad. And I don't know when it's going to change, but I could tell you this for a fact. We don't know when things are going to change. We don't. All right? So all I could tell you is we're going to hope for the better, and we're going to hope that at the end of this road, or your road, should I say, or I want to say this, not the end of the road, but when you get to the end of the struggle phase, you're able to gather yourself and pick yourself up and say, oh, I get it. I'm going to start to move a little different. I see now that I got to figure out how to make money outside of work. And I think that's where a lot of people progress at, is making money outside of just their regular everyday job. Good luck, peace, and hopefully this year or next year it turns around for you. Hopefully you can figure it out. But like and subscribe.